Hello, 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 everyone. This is Kathy, and I'm here today with video number 3 in my series, It's Fall, Y'all. And today I'm going to make a cute little golden book journal. This is a simplified version for those of you who haven't made golden book journals before. I'm going to first deconstruct the book. I'm going to remove the staples from the binding. I can find them. Golden books are a lot of fun. This is not a vintage one. I just picked this up on Amazon, but all the better if you have vintage ones. Okay, let me go over to this side. Okay, then I'm going to open it up. You always want to make sure that you're keeping the pages in the right order. It would be better with a pair of pliers, which I don't have in front of me right now. Careful you throw that away, don't cut yourself. This is the hardest part of making this journal, is deconstructing it. Okay, so now I have a cover and I have all the books, the pages intact. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the center. I'm going to do that with my scissors. I'm not cutting the cardboard or the book board. I'm just cutting that gold part. And that's my dog, of course. Okay. And I'm going to grab some glue because I'm going to try to keep this gold on here. I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm going to glue it back down. I didn't think it was going to come out. And it's okay if you can't get it to look perfect, because that's what journal making's all about. It's handmade. And I'm going to glue along this inner edge. Okay. And the same thing here. Okay. Now, I am going to reinforce this. I have some book tape. And book tape, it's like a linen tape. Very thick, very strong, and easy to tear. And I'm using this to reinforce the spine. You don't have to use it. You could put down, either don't have to reinforce it, or you could put down a piece of cardstock or a piece of fabric. I think this works because it's brown. It goes kind of with the theme. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side with the other piece. Get in there with my bone folder, get it into that spine. There we go. Okay, pardon me. Next thing I want to do is I want to measure this. It is 6.5 by 8. So I'm going to set the cover aside for a moment. I'm going to set the pages aside for a moment. And I'm going to grab some cardstock and I'm going to make a few pocket pages. And before I do that, I want to count how many pages I have. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's about 20 pages. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my cutter before I cut the pockets. I'm going to take my cutter and I'm going to cut these pages in half, right down the center, remembering not to get the pages out of order. Okay. Okay. Now, by cutting them in half, it allows me to put papers in between and still keep them in order without having to worry about the folds. So we said 6.5 by 8. So I'm going to cut these just a little smaller. I'm going to cut it 6 1/4. Whoops, better do 8 this way, right? 6 1/4 by 8. Oh, I don't want to cut that because I'm going to be folding it up. So let's see if this works before I go on and make any more. This is going to go in between, and then I'm going to fold it up to make a pocket. Okay. And then this will allow me to put some trim on the edge and not go too far out. So we're doing 6 1/2. Six and a quarter, rather. I just bought some fall colored papers. Let's see what colors I have. I have red, green, yellow. I need some brown. Orange. And I'm going to cut a few of these. Okay. Okie doke. Can save these, maybe use somewhere. Okay. I'll get my scoreboard, although I think I'm going to have to do this by hand, measure it by hand. So we said that was 8 inches long, which was right here. We're going to make it a little smaller. We're going to make it 7 3/4. Fold that up and use it as a guide for the next ones. I think it's going to be easier if I just fold it. And mark it. I'm going to start with about 5 or 6 of these, maybe 5 of these. So I'm going to do a red, and then orange. Just to start, and then if I need more, that's what I'll do. Mark it and fold it. And before I do anything else, I'm going to put a notch in here. If I can find my notcher. I'm doing them a little off center because this part is going to be in the spine. Okay. I have those. And I might put a small pocket here. Well, I guess we'll deal with that later. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch 3 holes in everything. My binding is going to be, these are 2-inch ring binders or loose leaf binders. So I'm going to start, this was 8 inches. So 2 3/4, does that make sense? 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 7 1/2. No. Let's see what makes sense. The rain date goes 2. So it's going to be 2.3. And 3 into 20 goes 6, like a little over 2 1/2, right? But we have to have it up at the top. So we're going to put it at 1 inch. Then we're going to put it at 4 inches, which is center. And 1 inch from the bottom. So 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the bottom, and center. So I'm going to take my hole punch using the big hole. I'm going to try to get it even. And I'm going in the small spine. There. There. And there. And I'm going to mark these there. One inch from the bottom. In the middle at 4 inches. And 1 inch from the top. Okay. Make sure they line up, which they do. And now I'm going to do the same thing to these pages. And I'm going to do it by using this as a guide. One, two, three. One, two, three. I'm going to do the same thing with these, using these as a guide. Okay, those are done. Make sure they line up. They do. Now, it's time to do the pockets. I'll take 3 at a time. Use this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay. So let's see what I have. I have the cover, and I'm going to start right in. Oh, you know what I'm going to do on the cover? I'm going to put some eyelets, just to be safe. One, okay. And I want to do the same thing to the back cover. Okay. And I think that's it for the eyelets. Now let's, whoops, put it together. So we're going to have this page, and then the front. And I'm going to have, although I can't match all the colors, but I am going to put a yellow one right in there. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to put orange one. A red one. Keep the white one there. Brown one. Pink one. Or green one. Leave that there. Could definitely use another. What am I doing? Okay. And I'm going to have to punch holes in this as well. So let me take this one. So I ended up putting in 5, 6, 7 pockets. Okay. This here. Leave that. Leave this. Ooh, let me see if I have an orange one I can switch. Okay. Now, before I put that on, I want to glue this edge of the pocket. Let me put the green over here. Okay. Now that I have that, I'm going to put on the rings. Now what would be a good idea probably would be to go, before I had punched the holes on the pages, to put a strip of washi to reinforce the pages a bit. Or if you have page reinforcers, you could do that on all the circles. Okay. I know it's a weird angle for the camera while I'm doing this, but it's much easier to do like this. Oh, my dog. Always. My puppy dog. Gotta love him. And I hope it doesn't bother you all too much. Okay, and one more. I got these colored rings off of Amazon. Now, I've used smaller ones before, but once you add stuff to the journal, you need a bigger ring to be able to turn the pages. Simple as that. And the red one. Okay. Next, I want to make sure the pages are in their right spot. Yellow, purple gold, gray, red, white, black, pink, green, brown, silver and red, orange, and violet. Good. Next, I want to see if there's a place I can add these little bags. And they would go on the back. You know what I might do? And simply put one back here. Let's see what I have to go in them. Okay, I'm going to cut this and glue it. And I got these from Amazon, these bags. They're for like baked goods and stuff. And put one in the front. Perhaps, maybe not. I have some envelopes too. Some orange envelopes. I kind of like this showing, so I'm not going to put anything there. Okay. Let's see on the back of here. I'm going to put that. You can slide stuff in the pocket. Cut that as well. Got that a little crooked. How about no, I don't think it needs that. I was thinking of a flip out envelope, but I almost see this as something you bring to the hostess's house for Thanksgiving or fall and give to the kiddos. That. Skip that one. And I think I'm just gonna use that as a little pocket. Okay. Next, I want to add some smaller pockets to the larger pockets. So something here to give it some color. Let's see. Line up the notches. We'll put a little one down here. Okay. Over here. It's pretty. And I'm just going to glue that down. Make this into a pocket. Okay, next, I want to start decorating the pockets. Filling the pockets. And I have lots of stuff. First, I'm going to put in some cutouts and some cards in the back. I'm going to wait to do the envelopes. My big pumpkin, I want to go back where the pumpkin was. Let's have a turkey in here. And another, a bear in there. And a gnome in the little one. And a bunny. And a card. And a gnome. And another card. Okay. I'm going to add this right to the front. Right here. And let's put some cutouts inside the envelope. And other cards. Inside here. More cards. And some cutouts. Cute. And I have some stickers somewhere. Here they are. I've got a big Give thanks. And a bear. With some cider. And how about a big pumpkin? Another sticker. And okay. And more cutouts. Bunch of them. Oops. Cut these out. Poke these out. Okay. Those in. Next thing I'm going to do is push this aside. I'm going to add some decoration on the side. I have orange. Okay, I want it to hang off a little, like that. Two green. I love this ribbon. I got this from Amazon. I think I put in the search fall ribbon. I think I need one more. I'll use this silver. Okay, let's start with the green. Okay. Oops. Stuck again. Whoop. Okay. Next, I'm going to take some other ribbon and I'm going to put some ribbon through these tag holes. Okay. My fingers aren't working. They're a little sticky with glue. Okay. Next, I want to add ribbon to here. So let's see what we've got. Okay. That's a cute one. Hello, fall. And some brown. Okay, let's see what colors I'll use. I don't have a green one. Okay, so we're going to take this one, pardon me, a green one, and orange one. Take them through here. Double knot that. Next one, take a white one. a pumpkin one, and another brown one. Double knot. Pull it very tight. And one more, 1, 2, 3, Okay, so I do have a few more things to add. Oh. I do my fussy cutting, most of it, with my brother Scan and Cut. That's why you see the outline around it. I'm not a good fussy cutter. It's not that I'm not good. I just don't like to do it very much. Some boots. I think that does it. So, let's see what we've got. You don't really need a closure on these books. I don't usually put one on my golden books. Okay, the colors of fall. Yellow are the leaves falling to the ground. Gray is the tractor that makes a rumbling sound. Gold are the hay bales sitting side by side. Purple is the wagon that gives us all a ride. Red are the apples, we pick them off the tree. White is the pony who likes to nuzzle me. Black are the bunnies, their fur is warm as toast. Pink are little noses, I like the pigs the most. Green are the corn stalks that make a winding maze. Brown is hot cider we drink on autumn days. Blue is the scarecrow with a friendly grin. Silver is the gate letting us come in. Orange are the pumpkins, I picked the perfect one. Violet is the autumn sky that hugs the setting sun. And I need to put some ribbon in these. I'm just going to tie it. And okie dokie. I think that does it. I want to thank you for watching me. I hope you make one yourselves, either for Halloween or the holidays. You all have a great one. Bye. Thanks for watching.